God's grace and his peace and mercy be with you now and always. Amen. I'd like to begin with the opening verse of our reading from 2 Corinthians 7 verse 1. Since we have these promises, beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from every defilement of body and spirit, making holiness perfect in the fear of God. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, as we reflect on your word today, be with us. Be with us and open our hearts and our minds to hear your word and to remember that you have made us pure and holy in your sight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Last week we began a new sermon series that will be continuing throughout these Sundays of Lent, and the series is entitled Forgotten Virtues. Last week we looked at the virtue of honour. Today we are looking at purity. So what is purity? Something is pure when it is without admixture of something else, not adulterated or defiled or corrupted or sophisticated, mere, simple, sheer, and that's from the Pocket Oxford Dictionary. So for example, water is pure when it's not contaminated by dirt, leaves or other pollutants. If you go up onto a pristine mountainside and you see a beautiful clear stream of water rushing over rocks and so on, and it's as beautiful to drink and it's unpolluted, it is pure, lovely. And that's what purity is. So what does purity then mean in terms of us as the people of God? Purity for us means being free of contamination, free of immorality, and I guess ultimately free from sin. What is impurity? Well, it's the opposite. Impurity means to be polluted and sinful. Our reading from 2 Corinthians 7 verse 1 reminds us that all believers have been rescued from sin. We've been rescued from sin and its polluting effects. The call to cleanse ourselves doesn't mean trying to rid ourselves from the guilt of sin. The decisive act of cleansing has already taken place through the blood of Christ. In other words, it already took place when Jesus died on the cross on Calvary's Hill 2,000 years ago. We were cleansed when we were washed clean through the waters of holy baptism. So what Paul means here is a fleeing from anything or any situation that could undo the initial gift of cleansing. It means fleeing from anything that could once again defile or pollute our body, soul and spirit. Why is this important? Because sin doesn't just defile or pollute our external selves. It's not like being covered in mud or oil or even other pollutant that we can wash off with soap or detergents and we're clean again. Sin actually defiles both our bodies and our spirit. Holiness or purity then involves the total self. Yes, it involves our exterior, but it also involves our whole being, our mind, our spirit, our whole being. Paul uses language such as defilement and cleansing, and when he uses this language, it reminds us of the Old Testament and of Jewish thoughts about purity. Throughout the Old Testament, and even at the time of Jesus, the unholiness of sin disqualified a person from being part of the temple of God. In other words, those who were considered unholy or impure were forbidden from coming into his presence to worship him. And that is why the sinners and the outcasts, such as the prostitutes, tax collectors, murderers, adulterers, thieves and so on, were forbidden from being in the temple precinct. As we've heard, Jesus changed all that around when he died for all sin and for all sinners. In Christ, all people are offered the cleansing and purity that now allows them to stand in the presence of God. We no longer need to go to the temple in Jerusalem. We are the holy, purified people of God. We stand in the presence of God as such people, covered by the goodness of Christ. And God wants us to continue to live as his purified people. Now perhaps you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm doing okay when it comes to purity in regards to the world's standards. I don't do this, I don't do that, and I do this and I do that, and I think I'm doing okay. When we think like that, we need to remember that God's standards are so much higher than our standards or the standards of the world. We get a glimpse of this in the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus reminds his listeners that he came to fulfill the law of God. He also says, whoever breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does them and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Here Jesus is talking about living under the law, and as we know, the law demands perfection. To demonstrate this, Jesus goes on to talk about the commandment, you shall not murder. And again, if you and I think we're right because with God, because we actually haven't gone out and killed anyone, think again. Listen carefully to what Jesus says. He says, "But I say to you that if you are angry with a brother or sister, you will be liable to judgment. And if you insult a brother or sister, you'll be liable to the council. And if you say, 'You fool,' you'll be liable to the hell of fire." Here, of course, Jesus is talking about hate. Someone who hates another person is as guilty of murder in God's sight as the person that actually takes another person's life. To back up his argument, he goes on to talk about the seventh commandment, "You shall not commit adultery." And Jesus says, "But I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. And the same is true if a woman looks at a man with lust. They have already committed adultery with him in their heart." So the Sermon on the Mount reveals to us that God's standards, that is under the law, is so much higher than our standards. So have we lost sight of what is pure? If we have, it is because we've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten actually not just who we are, but also whose we are. Who are we and who do we belong to? We belong to God. We are already made pure through the waters of holy baptism, washed clean by the blood of Christ, and that means we've been made holy in God's sight. Paul reminds us in 1 Corinthians 6:19, "Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you?" This means that as God's holy people, we are to flee anything that can make us unclean, anything that can pollute us once again. What are some of these things that could defile us? Paul says, "Do not be mismatched with unbelievers" in 2 Corinthians 6:11. Now, what does this mean? Well, it doesn't mean that we have nothing to do with unbelievers. What he means by mismatch here means that there is to be no false partnership, fellowship, or agreement with non-Christians. That could compromise our faith. In other words, any association with non-believers that could lead to a compromise of our faith is to be avoided. A great example of this at the time that Paul was writing this letter to the people of Corinth was that some of the members of the congregation were going back and eating with their friends in the pagan temples, eating a sacred meal in the pagan temple. And Paul was saying, no, you need to stop that, because what sort of a message is it sending? That is why as Christians we actually refrain from worshipping in a non-Christian place of worship, whatever that place may be. And the reason we do so is because we're saying, no, we can't, we're not bowing to whatever God they may be worshipping, or whatever deity or whatever they may be worshipping, and we're not associating with that deity or that God or whatever it may be. Now this doesn't mean, of course, that people that belong to non-Christian religions aren't our friends or acquaintances. I mean, you may work with people from a non-Christian background or whatever. That's not what we're talking about. It's refraining from doing anything that will compromise our faith. As Christians, we need to flee from anything that the world offers that could stain us. Things such as inappropriate material on the internet or in publications, inappropriate activities such as gossip and malicious talk, inappropriate situations that could lead to a compromise of our faith or even harm our relationships. Paul summed up the things that we need to flee from when he wrote in Ephesians 5:1-8, "Therefore be imitators of God as beloved children, and live in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. But fornication and impurity of any kind or greed must not even be mentioned among you, as is proper among the saints. Entirely out of place is obscene, silly and vulgar talk, but instead let there be thanksgiving. Be sure of this, that no fornicator or impure person or one who is greedy, that is an idolater, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. Let no one deceive you with empty words, for because of these things the wrath of God comes on those who are disobedient. Therefore do not be associated with them, for once you were darkness, but now in the Lord you are light. Live as children of the light." Hear that? But now in the Lord you are light. Live as children of the light. And that means living a life of purity. It means fleeing from and avoiding such situations that could make us impure. And as we do so, remember that God is remoulding us to become more and more like Christ. This means that as we flee from situations that could make us impure, where are we fleeing to? We flee to God. We flee to Christ, who is the author and perfecter of our faith. I want to finish up with a story, a simple story that sums up how we are to live in the world as God's pure people. A visitor to a coal mine noticed some flowers growing on the mouth of the mine. They were blackened by coal dust. "Look how those flowers are ruined," he told his wife. A miner who overheard picked up one of the flowers and shook it gently. At once dirt fell off and left beautiful white petals shining white. "You see," said the miner, "the flower could grow here in all of this dirt and not really be dirty." In the same way, we live in a fallen, dirty world, but in Christ we are pure. Amen. And the peace of God that passes all human understanding keep your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus our Lord. Amen.